Shelley Crawford, Trista Carlson, Jennifer Carr, Elizabeth Steele, and Chrissy Wesley. And I'll be presenting the numerals to the JV squad, and on the varsity squad, Trista Carlson and Rachel Erb earned their letters.
A copy of the packet for everyone, and then there's one that does not have names on it for all the other classes. And I might add that if any of you haven't looked at the website that the has developed, you need to check it out. It is unbelievable. I've had people from all around the country that have checked it, and they say that it is probably the best high school website in the Midwest, maybe in America. And I mean, it's fabulous. Video shots, video clips, the highlights and that he has on there. And this, on the last one with the Alfie game, he used a new program, and the image that shows up on the screen is a lot bigger and it's awesome. And the photo that's on the front here, you'll notice it resembles our team photo on that great rainy day when we took it at the beginning of the year. And we had this little void here in the middle, and it looked real stormy skies. And as we were driving down the road going to Centerville, and we were having all that lightning off in the west there in the south, we thought it'd be great if we could insert that into the team photo because we had so much space up here. Well, we just took all on it, and where he got the stuff, I don't know, but it's like a poster. I had one hanging up on the wall down there, a colored one that he printed off, and he was just awesome. We want to thank him for all that he's done for all of our guys. Make sure everybody stops by and picks up one of those after we get finished. Okay, I'm going to start out first of all with our support staff, the people that do our videos and staff and our managers, and ask them to come up and get their awards first. They're the people that you see scurrying around, and when somebody screams out, "Water, water, water!" they go running and get the whole carrier and get it out there to them, and they provide an invaluable amount of help to us coaches and to our players, and we want you to know how much we really appreciate you guys. You're awesome. And as far as the video people, I mean, most folks probably don't even understand that you're doing that up in the press box back up behind you or one, but those things help us coaches and our players evaluate ourselves and evaluate our team, and it helps because we send those things out to colleges to help in their evaluation of the college coaches being able to recruit our kids. So the video help that the ladies provided up here are greatly appreciated. Okay, I have these in no specific order, and as Tammy said, there are other banquets going on tonight, and I'm sure everyone won't be here, but we will get their award to them. We do have a crunch on chevrons and numerals and things of that nature because we have all these banquets at one time. If you don't have them with your award, Mr. Dunlap will have them for you as soon as they come in. And same with the certificates. We had to use a couple of different certificates, and when the new supply comes in, we will get those to you also. Okay, first one, Jillian Soto. If you guys would just come up here and wait up here, I would appreciate it. Okay, who we got here? Katie Roth. Katie's not here. Jennifer. Here. Shelby. She's not here. Lindsay's not here. Okay. Grant. These are the ones that are here. Thanks a lot. Okay, next will be the sophomores. We'll just go in order by class. Rob Hauser, as you come up, if you just stand up here, please. Rob? Yes, please. Jeff Root. Jason Leffler. Nathan Arnold. Gary Gridlinger. Cameron Reed. Mike Tweed. Travis Brown. Jeb Walcott. Ryan Gallagher. Drew Lyden. Ryan Doty. Matt Vance. Keith Conley. Tony Caldwell. Rob Egley. Zach Thomas. Stuart Spencer. Stuart was on our kickoff team and did a heck of a job in the varsity games, and did a great job with the JV guys also. Justin Davis. Justin started in the secondary and on defense for us, and in a number of our and on our special teams. I guess he didn't get to play any of the JV games. Jonathan Vitito. Jonathan started the last part of the year on defense and played on the special teams. And Brent Stout. Brent started out the year as our starting free safety, nickel, and was on all of our special teams. And he's one of the, well, actually Travis started it. Travis started an epidemic this year. He reported to camp with a broken hand. And I don't think I've ever had maybe 2 in all the years that I've coached. And this year we ended up with 6 broken hands. I guess things go in threes. I hope it's not multiples of 3 forever. But we have 6 broken hands. Rob has 2 of them. As the season progressed, the epidemic got worse. I don't know if there's any vaccine for it. Let's check it out. But these sophomore guys did a marvelous job. They've been very successful up through the years, and we're expecting them to carry on an awful lot of tradition for us as their careers progress. Thank you, guys. I might say that I understand that Drew, who was the quarterback on our JV team and played on all the played both ways for us, is going to be moving away, and we were ticked to death when he moved into the district a couple years ago, and now he's moving away. We're going to miss you, Drew. We wish you the very, very best up there. If you don't like it, come back. Okay. Juniors. Travis Ellinger. Travis is one of the stalwarts that are in our offensive line. One of the few big, strong guys that we had up front, and he did a great job for us. Jesse was one of the broken hand clan. One of the faster kids on the squad, and even after he had his broken hand, he was out there playing as long as he could with a cast on. Rob Riley, is Rob here? Paul Adam. Paul's not here either. Paul was also one of our offensive linemen that started part of the year and did a great job for us. Jordan Davis. Jordan was on our special teams last part of the year and played tight end and wide receiver and about anything else that we needed. Very talented athlete, and hopefully he will contribute an awful lot next year. Jeremy Greiner. Jeremy started at strong safety to begin the year with, then played tight end. Ended up being our kicker, and again, one of the guys that did about everything that we asked him to do and had the capability of doing it. Rob Greiner. Rob was back with us for the first time in a number of years. Rob hadn't been able to play for a while, and really got involved in it's not contagious, I hope. Okay. But Rob ended up being just an outstanding defensive end. It took us a while to get him in the right position. He began the year as an inside linebacker, starting an inside linebacker for us, and then as he got to defensive end, was it the Fort Madison game, the first game? No, Centerville. Centerville was the first game he played defensive end. Had a great game in that game, and then as the year progressed, he just got even better and better. And I think if there are school records for quarterback sacks, I would guess that he has it. I think he had 10 of them this year, and just did a great job for us. James Harris. James has been a 2-year starter for us in the offensive line, playing tackle, played defense, and was our long snapper on our special teams for 2 straight years on our punts and PATs and all that. No, you don't get that yet. Leave it there. Started out as a defensive end. This one looks like still a little swollen, but was having just an awesome season, just awesome. And then he had the broken hand, and again affected the overall quality and depth of our defensive team. Adrian Meyer. Adrian was Coach Patrick's kind of defensive captain, inside linebacker from day one. Just start the line, and just really did a magnificent job for us. Might have been the shortest linebacker in the district, but just played with a huge heart, and has an awful lot of athletic ability to go along with that. One of the last clips that Coach Edeker put on the web page was of him breaking through the line and tackling their 210-pound running back. It's just unbelievable. The little hole opens up, and Adrian pops through the hole faster than their running back did, and tackled the linebacker just square up and stood the guy straight up in the air. And the guy was kind of hanging up in the air trying to run, and just all of a sudden, the rest of the team swarmed on him. It's awesome. It's a great sight. And that just epitomizes the way he played the game all year long. Austin Mulliken. Austin played all over for us, was one of our rotating receivers, split in, started in the secondary in several games, caught some crucial passes for us, and was also a backup quarterback, backup tight end, multiple talents. Clay Eaton. Clay was started out as one of our starting linebackers, and was on our special teams, and in JV game over at Fairfield, he had got a dislocated hip, and has just made a marvelous recovery from that. And we missed him, like all these other guys that got nicked up. They really affected the quality of our team as the season progressed. Jason Goodwin. Jason here. Jason is another one that was one of the injury guys. He got hurt, not in football, he got hurt racing go-karts. Fractured his leg. Some guy hit a wall and bounced up on his go-kart, and ended up with a broken leg, and his season was concluded after that. Chris Lowe. I don't know if Chris is here. Chris is another one of those guys that would play any place we ask him to play. Has all kinds of athletic ability and speed, and we're going to count on him an awful lot. I'm going to ask the seniors to come on up and swerve around here with these guys and just stay together here if we could do that, please. Chris Wolf. Chris was one of our split ends, one of our wide receivers. Cut touchdown pass, an awesome catch in that last game. But the thing that's going to make us or break us in the future is going to be their leadership and the example that they set
for the other kids in the off season, in the weight room, and in their citizenship. And as coaches, we're always trying to assess our strengths and our weaknesses, our opponent's strengths and our weaknesses, the obstacles that we have to overcome to become a championship team or championship organization, like we all want to become. Many times, the biggest obstacle that we have to overcome is ourselves. And with all of the distractions that we have this day and age, it's imperative that we develop the leadership and the strengths to do what's right. And we're counting on these guys to take over and become our leaders and help us get to the level where we want to be. Thank you very much. Okay, the next awards that we want to present are the All-District Class 3A District 5 awards that are presented by our conference office. First of all, the All-District Academic Team. There are certain guidelines academic guidelines that have to 3.25 or higher for juniors and seniors, students that are currently juniors and seniors. And these are the people that won those awards this year. If you would come up. Steve Stewart. Michael Pearson. All district, all academic. Austin Mulligan. And with all the time and effort that these young men put forth in their extracurricular activities, they're obviously going home and burning a lot of midnight oil too. Rob Griner. Travis Ellinger. Clay Eaton. Shelby Cole. I don't think Shelby is here. Jennifer. Jillian Soto. Vanessa Partridge. Vanessa's not here. Katie Roth. I think they're at one of the other bands. These are our all-district, all-academic award winners this year. Chris Jarvis, Justin Sabaski, Steve Stewart, Adrian Meyer, James Harris, Rob Griner, are our all-district football players.
let's start out. This way. The Coaches Appreciation Award for the outstanding job that was done on defense goes to Alex Merrick. We talked about his technique and all the little things that he did right. He did them so well sometimes that he thoroughly irritated some of his teammates. He didn't let up in practice. And he just kept going like a bulldog and just did a great job, had a great year. Coach's Appreciation Award on offense goes to Neil Cushon. I talked about Neil when he came up about his award, but the one thing that sticks in my mind about Neil is it was one of those nights when I was going kind of crazy out there at practice. And I was yelling and screaming and making a fool out of myself and frustrated with what was going on. And I went around to each and every one of the seniors and I asked them politely if they were doing the very best job that they possibly could. And as I went around the ring, most of them said no, they hadn't. When I came to him, he said, yes, I have. And I'll never forget that. He had too. Okay. Next would be the Special Teams Award. Goes to a junior, James Harris, a long snapper. Like I said, 2-year starter. And he has that unenviable task of not looking to see who's going to come to hit him and making sure the ball gets back to the punter, the holder, and it's a very, very special skill and it's one that's highly valued by all of us coaches. The next award, we have co-winners. It goes to our most outstanding linemen, and those winners are Jens Nestigen and Steve Stewart. Again, leadership, 2-year starters, awesome technicians, both of them very, very coachable, and the good Lord only knows they've taken enough guts from me. But they guys are going to miss them. How an offense goes is determined by how well the offensive line plays. And these guys are very, very key to our success. Let's see what else. The defensive most valuable player, again, is a co-winner. Goes to Justin Sabaski and Adrian Meyer. Both of them were defensive specialists for the most part. They played in offensive position. Justin started on offense, got tackled in the first ball game of the year, and but just about the soul of our defense. Our offensive MVPs are co-winners also. I think everybody kind of came to know them as Thunder and Lightning. They, Mr. Inside, Mr. Outside, Chris Jarvis and Jimmy Fulcher. Two seniors that really had a nice season for us. Did everything that they could possibly do to help us become a successful football team. And they were truly Mr. Inside, Mr. Outside. Boy, one of them. They're fun to watch.
And then our team most valuable player goes to Kelly Williams. Kelly is one of those kind of a throwback player that you hear about. Now King type guy that is a true triple threat player. He can run, pass, kick. He plays defense. He plays special teams. I would guarantee you he's the only quarterback in the conference that did all of those things and never missed a play. Just a real Iron Man, and as I said, he's the first guy that I've ever had that started as a ninth grader. He started as a sophomore. He started as a junior, and he started as a senior. And I'm sure he's going to continue to start someplace else. But these are our most valuable players, our most outstanding players, and it takes a whole team to perform on Friday nights. But these guys were very special in their particular areas of play. Thank you very much. Coach Gano has the booklets for the seniors, and the other booklets for all the underclassmen are here. Now, before we leave, I do have one thing. Those of you parents that have youngsters that are going to go on to college, seniors, would appreciate if you would pick up one of these sheets and fill it out. Student's name at the top, and then your name, and then you have to sign it, and then take it back to school and give it to the guidance office. What it is giving them permission to share your son's grade point average, their academic transcript for the recruiters to come through. We have an awful lot of them that call and request these things, but without your permission to do this, to look at these things, it can't be shared. So. I don't know how you want to do it. If your parents want to come up and get them, if you guys want to come and get them, but please take them and take them home and sign them and take them back to school tomorrow. If you lose them, let me know and I'll get them. But I do have a lot of people that call and want to know how to get your grade point average and all your academic participation so you can recruit on for whatever score you may be on in college. Okay? So we encourage you to pick up one of these as well as those packets there. Again, before we leave, I would like to thank all of you parents for all of your awesome support. The Thursday dinners that we had this year were even better than we've ever had. The fellowship that the guys were able to experience was all because of your help and your assistance, and can't tell you how much we appreciate it. That's so vital, and thanks so much. Okay. The wake won't be open in a couple hours. Don't quit. All right, work hard. Thank you very much.